So diving deep into dysautonomia or autonomic dysfunction, my appointment went really well today, and I'm going to be doing in April, as far as it looks like, I'm going to be doing a couple autonomic function tests. The first one is the tilt table test. Okay, and this is not my first go around with it, so I'm just going to put it out there that I went into my appointment today with Cleveland Clinic again after I had the tilt table test the first time done in 2007. They want an updated tilt table test. They checked my vitals and everything. Did an orthostatic poor man's tilt table test in the office, and my numbers are actually different, and they don't know, they want to narrow things down into what's actually contributing to my symptoms, because it was really different back in 2007 compared to how it is now, and how my autonomic function is working as well, and how they do things now. So I have to repeat, unfortunately, the tilt table test. So I have to go back, and my appointment's actually so far set in April. To do this test, I have this handy dandy thing behind me. Is what they do is they'll monitor my heart rate and blood pressure while they strap me onto a table and tilt me up like this, and I have to be I have to not move and everything. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that for 45 minutes. That's a no-brainer, because he said the test consists of being upright for 45 minutes. There's no way I could do that for 45 minutes. I'm just pointing that out there. I know I'm likely going to have a positive test. I have to be like that and not move for 45 minutes. So yeah. So with that being said, the risks do include getting sick while I'm upright. If I have this, I know I'll be positive if I almost pass out during the test. I'll know I'll be positive right that day, because that's a sign of what they're looking for. And basically I'll know that same day if I'll likely have a positive test, because if I do pass out, voila, you actually have your diagnoses, because you brought out the symptoms from doing the test. So, but I'll eventually get my actual results and what they found during the test. After the test is done. So with that being said, I think they also will check if you have any sort of abnormal heart rhythms or any other type of arrhythmia through that monitor thing as well. So that's also something to take into consideration, because they will it'll be in an EKG you'll be hooked onto while you are in different positions, strapped onto a table. So it'll monitor your blood pressure when you're and heart rate and stuff, and your heart when you're laying down, and then they'll elevate you like that. Okay, so that's the first test I'm going to get done. I am actually scheduled for this in April so far. I have to call in, and I'm going to probably do it tomorrow. I have to call in and schedule the other autonomic function test the same day, because they couldn't schedule me in at the office there. So I have to call in and schedule with the neurology department on the sweat test, because I'm going to also be doing a sweat test. Is what they do is they'll check how well my body is producing sweat as well. So basically there's a neurological condition that causes your heart rate and blood pressure to go out of whack. Okay, If you have a normal echo or a normal structurally normal heart, this can point towards a neurological condition that you have, which is dysautonomia or autonomic neuropathy is another term for it. Autonomic dysfunction is another term. And that's basically what this will test. This is more of a neurological condition rather than an actual heart-based condition. And it could be easily like, a lot of people don't even know that because, yeah. So this is the second test I'm going to get done. It'll check how well my body produces sweat and responses in response to stimuli, I think. I've never had this one done before, so bear with me. I have no idea. I've never had this one done. I just had the tilt table test done before in 2007. So this one's going to be kind of new to me. So this one. But I'm going to be getting them done on the same day in April. They are really booked out, and I also stress that we won't be traveling back and forth to Cleveland Clinic during the winter months. So I had no choice but to actually go back in April anyway. But yeah, so these are the tests I'm getting done. And with that being said, so fingers crossed and everything, and I can get the help that I so say need, and that things will narrow it down. I did mention narrow down to like what is contributing to my symptoms and stuff. Also that I had mentioned, the history of the atrial tachycardia before when I was in the office. See, they're not really sure if I just have an autonomic function or I also have arrhythmias, which is what the atrial tachycardia is. They're very different in a way. POTS is very different than the atrial tachycardia, which is abnormal heart rhythm disorder. So to narrow it down, that's why he also suggests the tilt table test and hopes to reveal or narrow down some possibilities as to what is actually contributing to a majority of my symptoms. And because things are very different now than what they used to be. So with that being said, so this is the take on it and what to kind of expect when I go back for this. So yeah, autonomic neuropathy is basically what they're testing me for in dysautonomia or autonomic dysfunction. And that's what they're testing me for. I know it's a mouthful. It's like, what the heck is that? There's a part of your nervous system that controls your heart rate, blood pressure, internal organs, and sweat responses and stuff like that. So that's basically in a nutshell what they're testing me for. So yeah.